Season 47, war number 12, and we are up against TCN, and this time I think it will be Onslaught, Silk and Sunspot. I will be taking Path 5 in Section 1, Path 6 in Section 2, Joe Fixit, Titania, Werewolf and Bullseye mini-bosses, along with the Silk boss, using Silk once again. And this will finally be the end of Season 47. I am very late on these videos, but Season 48 will be coming out within a day or so. Up first here we have a Mangog on the ebb and flow knockdown and right back added nodes, and I am taking this fight with Silk. As I have previously mentioned, Silk isn't the greatest for this specific node due to right back added node making the defender debuff immune whenever they are knocked down. It does hurt Silk's damage output quite a bit, but this is still just a Mangog with a 7-star rank 3 Silk, so it shouldn't really be a problem. Now my plan was to just simply spam some special 2s, take him down with basic attacks as well, but I do mess something up a little bit here. For one, Mangog is just about to trigger his annoying phase when he gets to 10 charges and uses a special, and for that you often should save a special, since the unstoppable is removed whenever you throw one. So I was planning on hitting him there once, and then charging up my heavy attack for the Fury, landing the heavy for the slow debuff to prevent the unstoppable from doing anything, and then throwing the special to completely remove the unstoppable. However, due to Silk's double medium and the opponent having the limber mastery, the stun debuff for the parry mastery expired before I could get my heavy off, and I got pushed to my special 3. Not really a problem though, since the special 3 does also remove the unstoppable, but it did make the fight a little bit longer, and obviously getting hit was not part of the plan. I consumed the invulnerability boost that I had active for this fight just in case, but I mean at this point it's just a few more hits and Mangog will drop. He's out of the annoying phase, I just gotta get a few more hits in, and that's all there really is to it. He did end up using one of those annoying special 2s, but Silk's auto evade does work for that as well. Fight goes down, no real problems there, did make a couple mistakes, but overall not too bad. Then next up we have a Nick Fury here on the ebb and flow knockdown and heavy hitter nodes, and I will be taking this fight with Onslaught. And well, now that I think about it, Sunspot might have been the easier option, but Onslaught is still a fine matchup. That said, Onslaught does suffer a little bit here due to the fact that when Nick Fury enters the second life, he removes all effects on himself, including Onslaught's degenerations from the special 2. So essentially you have to ramp up twice here, but overall it's not that difficult to deal with. At the end of the day it is just a Nick Fury, you can take him with basically anyone. Now using a meta champion might help out with managing tactical charges, but overall if you're just good at managing them anyways, it doesn't matter who you use, it's not too bad to fight. The issue here comes in the second life when he's stun immune, combined with the heavy hitter node making him unstoppable during his heavy attacks. That means you can't really counter his heavy with your heavy to pause your degens and other effects, making it more difficult to actually keep your damage going in the fight. That said, well, he will drain his own health down to 30%, and after that I am using a 6-star ascended Onslaught fully boosted, so getting the last 30% down without being able to pause any degens or anything else, it shouldn't be an issue. Now I can also use the Striker, as we see here, to pause my effects and get easy heavy knockdowns whenever needed, though you do have to build up the Striker first, which can take some time, and I'm not using a 6-star Striker or Relic on Onslaught anyways, so the Striker spirit gain isn't that great. All in all, the fight is still, well, quite simple, and he goes down in just under 2 minutes. Onslaught is still standing at basically full health, no real problems there, though yeah, Sunspot probably would have done the fight in less than a minute. So next time, maybe, we'll see. Now on to an Apocalypse here on the Prowess Build-Up Unblockable and Superior Specials node, and I will be taking the fight with Silk. Now I will be throwing on an advanced power boost, and the game plan is, as usual, to get the special free and then just nuke down the defender without them being able to do anything. The plan is to not allow Apoc to throw a single special here, but even if he does, Silk's auto evade will handle it, and as soon as I get to my special free, the fight is over without him being able to do anything more. Now that is unless I somehow mess up the combo following the special free, which surely shouldn't happen at this point. Well, at least so I would assume. However, for whatever reason, I dropped an input here and I started off the combo with a light attack, so this combo would not have gotten me to special 3 had I, or rather special 2, had I not had the Science Power Pack boosts on. That said, Silk's damage output even with the basic attacks using this rotation are massive, so I would have been fine either way, though it did shake me up a little bit. Then next up we have an America Chavez here on the Prowess Build-Up Unblockable and passively special node, and I will be taking it with Silk as well. Now for this one, I'm not gonna bother with a special 3, just gonna go for a special 2 nuke and hope that one will be enough, which it would have been if it had crit properly, but either way, one more special and down she goes. This fight, there is absolutely nothing special about it. It is basically a nodeless fight for Silk, and it went down without any issues. Then, next up we have a Joe Fixit on the Scared Stiff, Power Focus 2 and Bubble Shield miniboss node, and I will be taking this fight with Silk as well. And the game plan, well, you guessed it, it is the special 3 Triple Fury rotation that kills basically anything, and that's about all there is to it. The Power Focus 2 node will actually help me out here in getting to my special 3 without having to worry about any of Joe Fixit's annoying specials, though if he decides to, he can throw one, but Silk's auto evade is there to save me as usual. Now overall I am planning on just holding my block to not allow him to throw any specials, but well, you know how the AI is. They just throw them whenever they want to, no matter what you do. But that said, I was ready for it and I did get the full dex on it, and I'm happy I did, because the special activation also triggered a disorient debuff on me, which technically could have shut down Silk's auto evade. And if that had happened and I messed the dex up, well, yeah, Joe Fixit's special 2 hits hard, and I don't think Silk has the health to survive it. Either way, the fight went down without incident, and overall it was quite simple. A normal Silk fight, where she locks down the opponent from doing pretty much anything. And then we have a Titania here on the Hazard Shift, Incinerate and Shock node, along with the Insult to Injury node and Aggression Prowess, and I'm taking this fight with Onslaught. Onslaught reduces the potency of the opponent's bleed, incinerate and shock effects by 150%, which means he will not be taking any damage from either one of the Hazard Shift debuffs. All that is left is Titania's own kit, as well as the defense tactic, meaning I really just need to full dex the special once, and that's all there really is to it. Now that's easier said than done, since, well, this Titania doesn't appear to know where her special button is, and now I'm in my corner with Aggression Prowess stacking up with the current defense tactic as well, and I can't full dex the special 2. So I'm stuck here, trying to bait it out. She finally throws it, and I do get the full dex, and with all of those prowesses, I would have been dead with just a single hit of it, had it crit or not. So I was sweating bullets in this fight, though luckily she finally decided to do something, and I did get out of the corner. Now the fight is still not over. I did get a lot of degens on her, but well, I gotta bait yet another special here to get them paused by punishing with my heavy attack, but she didn't wanna throw it again. So I decided to just go for it, punish the heavy with a heavy instead, pause them, push her to a special 2, and now if she throws it, I die. So I just turtle up, hold my block, and hope for the best. If she didn't throw it, I got a heavy off into a special 1, and the fight is done. And yeah, that was quite a simple fight that turned into a disaster, simply because the AI decided that they didn't wanna play ball. So honestly, I don't know how I didn't die there, but I'm glad I didn't. 1 death per season, that is still acceptable. Then next up here we have a Werewolf by Night on the Missing in Action and Power Efficiency mini-boss node, and I am taking the fight with Silk. And usually against, well, any mini-boss I go for the special 3 rotation, just be done with it without any risks. But considering I'm only fighting a werewolf here who happens to have negative physical resistance, I went ahead and just decided to use some special 2s to nuke him down instead. Overall, he's quite easy to fight, and since I have finally learned to fully dex his specials, I don't need to rely on the auto evade either, and that makes this fight fairly simple. At the start of the fight I did get a rupture on me, but as you saw, it expired very quickly, thanks to Silk's, well, ability to reduce the opponent's rupture effect duration. Overall the fight went down very easily, no issues whatsoever, and well, Werewolf just isn't that difficult to fight, though Silk does help out on that regard. Then here we have a Bullseye on the Stun Reflection and Polka Dot Power mini-boss node, and I am taking the fight with Sunspot, and I do have the White Magneto pre-fight on here. Now, learning from my previous mistake in the previous war, I decided not to use my special 1 here, go straight to special 2 with mutant power back boosts, and yeah, this is definitely the way to go. Special 2 into special 2 into another special 2, the fight is done in less than 30 seconds, barely any health loss, and that was a 7-star Bullseye as well. So yeah, Sunspot, definitely the way to go, and well, if you get too lucky with your crits, you can push yourself to a special 3, even with the 150% mutant power back boost, so that is something that can happen, but overall, he is probably the best option for it. And now we have the very final Silk boss of this season, and hopefully the final Silk boss I have to fight, well, anytime soon at least. And I am taking the fight with Silk as usual. Now, again, this fight is so repetitive, it has been played out so many times already, I'm not gonna sit here and explain it, I'm gonna spoil the end right here. I don't make a mistake here, she goes down without any problems at all, I don't get hit, and that is all there is to it. Feel free to skip this fight, as there is nothing special about it. Fight took just over 2 minutes, and down she goes, one of the better Silk boss fights I have had so far, and that marks the end of the season for me. as for the results, we unfortunately did end up losing 5 to 6, and that means we didn't end up landing a top 10 master spot. However, that's fine, we still finished in Masters, and overall the season went pretty well for myself at least. I ended up the season with 101 attacker kills and only a single death to that shocker in the previous war. So overall, pretty decent. I could have had some more fights, I could have, well, not died to the shocker, but overall I am happy with my performance, especially considering how badly the previous season went. But without any further rambling, I'm gonna end the video here so we can get started on season 48 without any more delays.